Hello, xin chào cả nhà. Đến với bản tin tối hôm nay là 25 tháng 4 và vị chú đưa bản tin tối hôm nay sớm hơn như mọi
Hello, xin
khi
chào cả nhà.
vì cũng
Đến với bản
có
tin tối.
một số cái công việc nên cũng sắp xếp đưa bản tin sớm nha cả nhà. Bản tin hôm nay có nhiều bản tin về Hoa Kỳ, thế giới, cuộc chiến Ukraine và cuộc họp với người nhà phát ngôn của Bộ Ngoại giao Hoa Kỳ. Thì hôm nay bản tin đối với vấn đề của trang mạng xã hội Twitter thì ông chủ của hãng Tesla đã mua lại đó, và hãng Twitter với trị giá là 44 tỷ Mỹ Kim. Bản tin liên quan tới cựu tổng thống Donald Trump. Ông Trump một tòa án ở New York hôm nay đã kết luận cựu tổng thống Donald Trump tội khinh thường tòa vì không nộp các tài liệu về hoạt động kinh doanh của mình theo yêu cầu các cơ quan chức năng. Thẩm phán ở New York đã ra lệnh phạt 10.000 Mỹ Kim mỗi ngày cho đến khi ông Trump nộp đầy đủ tài liệu. Thẩm phán Arthur Enroll đưa kết luận này tại phiên tòa xử của tòa án tối cao Manhattan sau 2 giờ điều trần. Tại tòa, các luật sư của tổng trưởng lý New York bà Letitia James đã đưa bằng chứng cho thấy ông Trump kéo dài các giao nộp các tài liệu được yêu cầu. Bà James đang điều tra cáo buộc tổ chức Trump Organization thao túng nhiều tài sản bất động sản để được thuận lợi hơn cho các khoản vay bảo hiểm và giảm thuế. Theo hãng tin Reuters thì ông Trump muốn hủy chát tòa của tổng trưởng lý nhưng không thành công. Ông không cung cấp tất cả các tài liệu theo thời hạn là ngày 3 tháng 3 theo lệnh của tòa án. Lệnh này được gia hạn đến ngày 31 tháng 3 theo yêu cầu của luật sư của ông, nhưng ông tiếp tục không giao nộp tài liệu. Bà James hài lòng với kết luận của tòa và viết trên Twitter hôm nay: công lý đã thắng thế. Cuộc điều tra của chúng tôi về ông Donald Trump và các giao dịch tài chính của Trump Organization sẽ tiếp tục vì không ai có thể đứng trên pháp luật. Luật sư của ông Trump, bà Anila Hasba cho biết phía ông Trump dự định sẽ kháng cáo. Chúng tôi tôn trọng nhưng không đồng ý với quyết định của tòa. Bản tin liên quan đến cộng đồng người Việt, một thanh niên có việc dùng thủ đoạn để đánh cắp 13.000 Mỹ Kim của một nạn nhân. Một thanh viên gốc Việt 20 tuổi đã bị buộc tội liên quan đến vụ đánh cắp trị giá 13.000 Mỹ Kim trong khoảng thời gian là đến 4 tháng. Theo các nhà điều tra, các nạn nhân bị nhắm mục tiêu trên các nhóm trò chuyện trên mạng xã hội và các nền tảng hẹn hò trực tuyến trong khoảng thời gian từ ngày 19 tháng 11 năm 2021 đến ngày 23 tháng 2 năm 2022. Tất cả các nạn nhân đều đến khu vực Toronto, California. Cảnh sát nói rằng một thanh niên sẽ gặp trực tiếp các nạn nhân của mình và cuối cùng đến nhà của họ. Khi đó anh ta sẽ sử dụng điện thoại của nạn nhân để gọi điện. Cảnh sát cho biết nghi can đã lợi dụng cơ hội để gửi tiền điện tử từ điện thoại của nạn nhân cho chính mình. Cảnh sát cũng cáo buộc người đàn ông này sử dụng thẻ tín dụng của nạn nhân để mua hàng. Các nhà điều tra cho biết khoảng 13.000 bị đánh cắp từ các nạn nhân còn lại. Trong một thông cáo vào hôm thứ Tư, cảnh sát cho biết Jackson Liu, một cư dân Toronto, đang phải đối mặt với các cáo buộc liên quan đến các cuộc điều tra trộm cắp. Trong hình là anh chàng Jackson Liu. Các tội danh bao gồm cố ý trộm cắp dưới 5.000 Mỹ Kim, 8 tội danh đánh cắp dưới 5.000 Mỹ Kim, 10 tội danh sở hữu tài sản do phạm tội mà có và 8 tội danh sử dụng trái phép dữ liệu thẻ tín dụng. Đây là hình ảnh anh chàng Jackson Liu. Một bản tin liên quan đến cộng đồng người Việt liên quan đến đùm neo cũng như mà ma cũ ăn hiếp ma mới, khi là hai chị em gốc Việt chủ tiệm nail ép một người em gái họ của họ làm không lương trong một thời gian rất dài bằng cách này giữ thẻ xanh của họ, của người cô gái này. Hai chị em người Mỹ gốc Việt mới đây bị một tòa án liên bang xử tù sau khi thừa nhận đã giữ giấy tờ nhập cư của cô em gái của họ để ép cô này làm việc, như là bị giữ giấy tờ của cô gái đó, của cô em họ này, và bị xử tù luôn em. Cindy Mỹ Dung Lưu 55 tuổi và em trai Jason Lưu 47 tuổi, chủ của hai tiệm nail Rancho Bernardo, đã bị tòa án Mỹ tại thành phố San Diego thuộc tiểu bang California tuyên xử 3 tháng tù giam, mỗi người là 3 tháng tù giam, sau khi thừa nhận đã giữ giấy tờ nhập cư của cô em gái họ để ép cô gái này làm việc. Người em họ được các công tố viên xác định là chữ cái đầu là LX, bị buộc phải làm việc đến 12 giờ một ngày, 7 ngày một tuần trong tiệm, đó là không có nghỉ ngày nào luôn, và làm đến 12 giờ một ngày từ khi qua Mỹ. Quá là bóc lột. Bị đe dọa mất tư cách nhập cư và bị yêu cầu tước toàn bộ thu nhập của cô ấy theo thỏa thuận nhận tội của hai chị em này, trong khi hai người này là chị em họ của người nạn nhân. Hoàn cảnh của nạn nhân đã được lực lượng đặc nhiệm chống buôn người chú ý đến theo gợi ý và hỗ trợ của hai khách hàng làm móng, những người đã kết bạn với nạn nhân. Đó là những người mà đi làm nail trong tiệm đã nói chuyện với cái cô này và được cô này chia sẻ câu chuyện, và hai người khách này báo cho lực lượng đặc nhiệm chống buôn người. Cô gái này đến San Diego vào năm 2014 bằng thị thực sinh viên, đó là du học sinh, và cô tham gia các lớp học ở cao đẳng cộng đồng Grossman, đồng thời làm thợ bằng thợ làm nail và làm việc tại Shell Auto, một doanh nghiệp địa phương khác do thành viên trong gia đình làm chủ. Năm 2015, cô LS này kết hôn giả với anh họ là Jason Lưu, một trong Hoa Kỳ, là trong hai người đã ép cho cô LS này làm việc mà bóc lột sức lao động để được cô được ở lại. Trong 5 năm sau thì cô này nghỉ học để làm việc toàn thời gian tại hai tiệm nail của hai chị em họ Lưu. Đầu tháng 3 năm 2019 thì thẻ xanh của cô này đã được giao đến bằng nhà bưu điện, nhưng mà hai người này nói là không có bill nhận được và giữ để cho cô em họ này làm việc bóc lột sức lao động đó, và đe dọa là sẽ bị mất tình trạng thiền chủ nhân. Vài tháng sau, vụ việc bị phanh phui và hai người em họ bị bắt, trong khi cô LS gần đây đã tốt nghiệp từ University of California Davis, một trong những trường đại học danh tiếng ở Mỹ. Cô này cũng học rất là khá là giỏi khi mà đi du học sinh và đã tốt nghiệp, gần đây tốt nghiệp đại học California Davis, là một trường cũng khá là tốt. Mời các bạn nghe một cuộc họp báo hôm nay của người phát ngôn của Bộ Ngoại giao Hoa Kỳ, cô Jen Psaki, và nhà Tòa Bạch Ốc sẽ có thêm những chế tài đối với Nga, vụ công nghiệp Nga đối với Ukraine. Và bà Psaki nói rằng sẽ có thêm gói viện trợ mới cho Ukraine mà Tổng thống Joe Biden yêu cầu có thể là một phần của gói tài trợ dài hạn gần đây được Quốc hội phê duyệt. Hôm qua thì ông Ngoại trưởng Blinken và ông Bộ trưởng Bộ Quốc phòng Austin đã đến làm việc với Tổng thống Ukraine là Zelensky, và hai bên cũng ông Blinken, đại diện của Hoa Kỳ, cũng tuyên bố sẽ hỗ trợ cho Ukraine hết mình trong cuộc chiến chống lại xâm lược của Nga. Mời các bạn xem buổi họp báo ngày hôm nay.
Now to permanently degrade the Russian military?
Well, I think what Secretary Austin in his press conference was referring to is the fact if you go back about 2 months ago, remember President Putin gave a speech where he talked about the aspirations.
Well, I think what Secretary Austin in his press conference was referring to is the fact that if you go back
to degrade
about 2 months ago,
Ukraine,
remember President
to subsume Ukraine, to take over
I think what Secretary Austin in his press conference was referring
succeeded at that, but to go beyond that. So what Secretary Austin was talking about is our objective to prevent that from happening. Obviously, right now, the war is in Ukraine. They are... Hi, everyone. Okay. There's nothing happening in the world today, I hear, so this should be a quick one. I have a couple of items for you at the top, as usual. Over the past year, businesses have been dealing with frequent rail delays and poor service, which has stranded shipments of grain, fertilizer, ethanol, and other critical commodities across the country. This breakdown in service has also forced grain shippers to pay thousands of extra dollars to guarantee service. So on Friday, our administration took emergency action to get goods moving faster and lower shipping costs. The Surface Transportation Board, which regulates railroads, acted on a bipartisan basis to help bring relief to American businesses that ship their goods by freight rail. Basically what they did is this emergency rule would allow it to address situations where a monopoly railroad isn't providing adequate service and show an alternative railroad to step in. So if a business wants to move their goods and the railroad that they are contracted with isn't allowing them to move them quickly, this will allow them to have some flexibility, hopefully allowing the movement of more goods, getting them on shelves, lowering costs. Also wanted to note that while the president is doing everything in his power to lower prices for American families, the Federal Reserve plays an important role, as you all know, in fighting inflation, which is why it's so important that we have all of the seats filled on the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors. Today and this week, as Congress returns, we're taking a big step forward toward filling these seats with the nominations of Lael Brainerd and Lisa Cook making their way to the Senate floor. We call on the Senate to confirm Dr. Brainerd and Dr. Cook, and we also call on the Senate to swiftly take up Jerome Powell and Philip Jefferson's nominations this week as well. These nominees are eminently qualified, ready to get to work, and deserve bipartisan support. They also will make history. Lisa Cook would become the first black woman to ever serve on the Board of Governors, and Philip Jefferson will be only the fourth black man to serve on the Board of Governors. Finally, the VA announced today new actions to expand disability and health benefits to veterans suffering from 9 rare respiratory cancers. Supporting our veterans is a critical part of the President's unity agenda, and with this step, the President is continuing to deliver on the sacred obligation we have to our nation's veterans. The President urges Congress to pass bipartisan legislation to comprehensively address toxic exposures and further delay the vital benefits our veterans have earned. Andrea, welcome back. Peter, welcome from book leave. Now they're going to ask me especially hard questions. Zeke, go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. Secretary Austin said earlier this morning that the U.S. wants to, quote, see Russia weaken to the degree that it can't do the kinds of things that it has done in invading Ukraine. He said that in regards to Russian military losses, quote, we want to see them not have the capability to very quickly reproduce that capability. Is it U.S. policy now to permanently degrade the Russian military?
Well, I think what Secretary Austin in his press conference was referring to is the fact if you go back about 2 months ago, remember President Putin gave a speech where he talked about the aspirations, his aspirations, the aspirations he had for the Russian military, which were to degrade Ukraine, of course, to subsume Ukraine, to take over their sovereignty, their territorial integrity. Of course, they haven't succeeded at that, but to go beyond that. So what Secretary Austin was talking about is our objective to prevent that from happening. Obviously, right now, the war is in Ukraine. We're proud of the Ukrainians' success, their efforts to fight back, to push back on the Russian military, thanks to their bravery, but also to our support. But yes, we are also looking to prevent them from expanding their efforts and President Putin's objectives beyond that too.
Is there any concern in the White House that that sort of rhetoric plays into their domestic message to their audience about the West is out trying to get us and contain us? That by saying you're trying to weaken the Russian military and is essentially strengthening Putin's hand at home?
No, I would say it's consistent with our view and the President's view and Secretary Austin's view that we are going to do everything we can to push back on President Putin's aspirations to subsume Ukraine, to take over their territorial integrity and their sovereignty, and aspirations he had as of 2 months ago to go beyond that.
And Congress is back in town today. The president last week said he's going to go back to Congress looking for additional supplemental Ukraine funding. Do you have a dollar figure for how much the president is going to ask for and how long that money would last?
Sure, not quite yet. He is expect he'll have consultations and conversations with military leadership and, of course, leadership from the State Department over the course of the coming days. I expect it will be something later in the week and expect it will be a longer-term package or proposal. Go ahead.
Just a quick one on the breaking news, Twitter agreeing to let Elon Musk go through this purchase. Do you have a response to that? And does the White House have any concern that this new agreement might have President Trump back on the platform?
Well, I'm not going to comment on a specific transaction. What I can tell you as a general matter, no matter who owns or runs Twitter, the president has long been concerned about the power of large social media platforms, the power they have over our everyday lives, has long argued that tech platforms must be held accountable for the harms they cause. He has been a strong supporter of fundamental reforms to achieve that goal, including reforms to Section 230, enacting antitrust reforms, requiring more transparency, and more. And he's encouraged that there's bipartisan interest in Congress. In terms of what hypothetical policies might happen, I'm just not going to speak to that at this point in time.
On the situation at the border and Title 42, Congressman McCall said this weekend that Secretary Mayorkas has expressed some frustration directly to him about how the administration is ending Title 42. He says the Secretary is saying that the Border Patrol, Catholic Charities are already overwhelmed. So has the Secretary raised these concerns with President Biden, and are these concerns that the White House shares?
Well, I think it's important to remember that Title 42 is not an immigration policy or an immigration authority. It's a health authority. So yes, it was coordinated with the Secretary of Homeland Security and through an interagency process. And there's been planning in the works for months for this possibility that the CDC to take this action. Secretary Mayorkas is going to be testifying later this week multiple times. I'm sure he will answer that question and multiple other questions, and I will let him speak for himself. But I would just note that we're continuing to prepare for May 23rd and the implementation, and there is a multi-part strategy that Secretary Mayorkas has been leading and overseeing for the past several months.
Has he raised these concerns with the president?
I'm not going to get into private conversations, but I think, again, it's important to note this is a CDC decision and authority about when we had the health conditions to lift Title 42. It wasn't an indication of an immigration policy.
Do you not believe that there will not be a surge as a result of Title 42 being lifted?
Well, the Department of Homeland Security has projected that there could be an increase in people coming to the border, and that's why they've had a multi-part plan and proposal and policy they've been implementing for months now to prepare for that.
Is Title 42 and the potential end to it the reason that the Congressional Hispanic Caucus is meeting with the president today?
No. Actually, if you may remember, the president has been meeting with a number of the caucuses from Congress, from the Congressional Black Caucus. He met with KPAC. He's been meeting with all of the caucuses, as he did last year. So this has been a meeting that's been in the works for some time. Immigration, certainly we expect to be a part of it, but we expect it to be an expansive meeting. And I would note the CHC has a stated view and policy on Title 42. Go ahead.
One of the members of the CHC, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, and she said of the Title 42 decision that this is the wrong way to do this and will leave the administration unprepared for a surge at the border. Obviously, this is a subject that's likely to come up in this meeting today. What is the president's message, primarily, especially to these Western and border state Democrats who are concerned about both the impact on immigration as a policy matter, but also the political fallout as well?
I think our view and the president's view is that we have a broken immigration system that's been long overdue to be fixed. He agrees with that and is certainly happy to discuss that during this meeting or any other meeting he has with members of Congress. But this is not an immigration policy. This Title 42 is a health authority that's determined by the CDC, and we need to have a conversation about immigration reform. That's vital. Maybe this is a reminder of that.
Whenever the administration has been asked about immigration reform, the answer seems to be the president introduced a bill in the first week in office, but there's not much more than that. Is this an opportunity for the administration to try to move something forward this year, or do you believe that campaign politics will just preclude the likelihood of getting it?
Well, we'd welcome that opportunity, but I'd also remind you that we were supportive of efforts to include some components of immigration reform in the reconciliation packages, and we've been looking for avenues to move it forward and been supportive of efforts by Democratic senators to do exactly exactly that.
Is there a specific ask of Congress related to Title 42? That was the position as was articulated last week, that this is not a decision for the president to make, but for Congress to make. What is the decision that Congress should be making?
That is a discussion we'll have with members of Congress. We are continuing to prepare to implement the lifting of Title 42, a decision that was made by the CDC. I would note that there are a range of views on Title 42. There are some, you noted, who are very vocal about how they would like to see it extended. There are some who are very vocal about how they would not like to see that happen. So that's an important discussion that will be happening over the coming days and weeks.
Go ahead, Jackie. Thank you, Jen. I don't believe the White House so far has commented on the death of Bishop Evans, the 22-year-old National Guard specialist who drowned trying to save 2 migrants. I wanted to give you an opportunity to say some words on it.
Yes, thank you for that, Jackie. And the news of the confirmation that his body had been found was confirmed just a couple of hours ago. I would note that, of course, our heart goes out to his family and to his loved ones. To confirm all the specific details, he went missing on Friday following his selfless efforts to rescue 2 migrants who appeared to be drowning, and who were trying to cross a river in Mexico that went to the United States, went into the U.S., of course. We know that National Guard personnel, including him, risk their lives every day to serve and protect others. And again, our hearts go out to his family. I don't have any, in case you may ask, I don't have any updates at this moment in terms of the president's outreach, but if that is something I can update you on this afternoon, I will let you know.
Does the White House feel any responsibility for his death, given that there's reporting that he lost his life allegedly trying to save 2 migrants who were smuggling drugs? This is a problem that the administration has been facing for some time, and is obviously, as we've been discussing, getting some criticism on. Does the White House feel at all responsible, and what more can you offer to people who are on the border, in border communities, who are experiencing loss and trials like this?
Well, of course, we are mourning the loss of his life, and we are grateful for the work of every National Guardsman. I would note that the National Guard work for the states, and so he is an employee of the Texas National Guard, and his efforts and his operation were directed by there, not by the federal government in this effort, in this apparatus. We've long stated that our immigration system is broken. There needs to be more done to invest in smarter security, to have a more effective asylum processing system, and we would welcome any efforts for any elected officials to work with us on that.
A lot of the border communities often, say that they've requested more from the federal government, more manpower to help manage these kinds of issues. Is that being looked at? Is that being?
Can you give me a more specific request or a specific person, or?
You mentioned that this specialist was a National Guard. Obviously, the state is in charge of that. States are in charge of that, but there have been requests from the Texas governor, to send more, to help people who are in this position at the border, who are now trying to deal with an influx of migrants that they know is going to only increase, as you just mentioned, after Title 42 is lifted. You talked about having a humanitarian, sort of system in place to deal with people coming across and increase vaccinations and that kind of thing. But in terms of, law enforcement presence at the border.
Well, I would just say if we just dial it back a few years to kind of what we inherited here, the former president invested billions of dollars in a border wall that was never going to work or be effective, instead of working towards comprehensive immigration reform. As part of the president's proposal he put forward on his first day in office, he proposed investing in smarter security at the border, something he'd be happy to work with governors on, and certainly we're open to having that conversation whenever they're ready to do that. Go ahead, Vija.
And just more broadly on the Ukrainian aid.
Sure.
Since the Russian invasion started, the U.S. has provided more than $5 billion total when you factor in military, economic, humanitarian aid. Is there a figure that is a cap for what the U.S. is willing and able to provide Ukraine?
Well, I would say that the range of military assistance that we've provided to date was meant to be front-loaded because of our expectation or anticipation, led by our Department of Defense and military leaders, about the nature of the fight and how it has evolved, right? That because they're on a terrain now that where they're in need of long-range military capacity, we've tried to expedite the assistance over the past couple of weeks that they're receiving. So it might not be over the next couple of weeks the same size of assistance week by week, but in terms of what the next package will look like and what will be passed, I mean, those are discussions and recommendations that the president will get from his military leaders. We'll have those discussions with Congress. I'm not in a position to put a cap on it at this point in time.
Okay, got it. And then just switching over to COVID, the administration is planning to take new actions to expand Paxlovid.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can share about how you plan to do that and who might be eligible, since right now it's only for people who are at higher risk?
Sure. Well, part of it is even people who are eligible are not taking advantage of the fact that they're eligible. So part of our effort is to share more information publicly about who can get access, who can call their doctor, and get access to it. I will tell you, Dr. Jha is going to make his debut in the briefing room tomorrow. So he will lay out for you and others more specifically all the steps we're taking to increase knowledge of Paxlovid, who can benefit from it. I don't think we're intending to, and I'll let him speak to this, say there's going to be an expansion of who's eligible as much as we're, and we'll obviously leave that to the health experts to determine, but more we need to focus on making sure that everybody who is eligible knows they're eligible and they can gain access to it because it is very effective in treating COVID.
Thank you, Jen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just a couple on Twitter. I want to go back, try again. Are you concerned about the kind of purveyors of election misinformation, disinformation, health falsehoods, sort of having more of an opportunity to speak there on Twitter? Is there, any message that you would convey to Elon Musk as the new owner?
Well, I would just...
Maybe just add to it that publicly traded companies have different levels of there's different levels of scrutiny that are possible of publicly traded companies. So are you concerned about a billionaire taking control of a company where there's already a lot of concentration of power?
I would say that our concerns are not new. We've long talked about, and the president has long talked about his concerns about the power of social media platforms, including Twitter and others, to spread misinformation, disinformation, the need for these platforms to be held accountable. Well, I know you tried again. I appreciate that. I still don't have a specific comment on this specific transaction. And at this point, we don't have any sense of what the policies will look like.
Okay. And then last week, Talib Singh made some very strong comments, and also Treasury Secretary Yellen made some comments about the positive impact on inflation of lowering tariffs on certain Chinese goods, bicycles, underwear, apparel.
It's quite a list.
Yeah, it's quite a list. Is there something cooking? Can you tell us something? And do you, is the White House embracing that? Is that something we could see happen soon?
So from the beginning of the administration, we talked about how some of the tariffs implemented by the previous administration were not strategic and instead raised cost on Americans. And our effort, which has been ongoing, of course, has been to ensure current Section 301 tariffs align appropriately with our economic and trade priorities. And you mentioned, different goods that are sold, but of course on wages and job opportunities, critical supply chains where we see critical impacts on critical supply chains, our ability to sustain our technological edge. This is an ongoing process, and we're certainly looking at where we see costs being raised. And a time where we're seeing heightened inflation, certainly that's on our minds. It's also about addressing the core issues we have with how China has approached, their engagement around economic issues as well. So it's both.
So can we look for some tariff reductions in some relatively short period of time?
We're continuing to review it. I don't have anything at this moment to preview for you, but our focus is on those same categories and areas where we can impact, where we think they're impacting wages and job opportunities, our technological edge. That's the prism through which our economic team, Ambassador Tai is of course leading this effort, is reviewing these sanctions.
And then just a real quick one on Putin. So the sanctions that have been imposed, and I realize they're quite sweeping and large, but especially on oligarchs and other people close to Putin, have thus far excluded his girlfriend, whose name I can't quite pronounce, Kayova. Do you have any comment on why you would refrain from sanctioning someone arguably close to Putin?